Alright. Hello. So I think everyone should hear me, but if I'm too low or something, or if the audio is wrong, please let anyone tell me. Hold on, let me add something real quick. We'll get started. As you can see from the title, today I'm going to do a replay review of one of the people who recently joined the server. His name is Pharmacist. He requested a replay review. It seems that he has some struggles with people playing like too defensively, backdashing, and grapplers as well. So we're here to help him out, and then afterwards I'm going to give my thoughts on the Fatal Fury second beta that was live recently. So everything seems good. I need to update my subscriber. It's just that yo, I need to put like several tabs open. Having a third one will. Hey Dion, how are you doing? Let me set something up real quick. Hey Mimi, how you doing? Welcome to stream. So yeah, you guys can hear me well, right? Let me turn the music down since this is probably going to take probably going to have some music. Music is a bit too loud? Oh, okay, my bad. I muted it anyways because like this, and we're gonna use the audio for this. Either way, I'm gonna lower the video from the audio from this one. So yeah. Long time no see, Luigi. How's the FG journey? It's been cool, man. Thing is that after Casablanca, there hasn't been like any particular tournament, or do I think there's gonna be any offline tournament that's gonna like keep me interested in competing in the game. I still love competing in KOF 15 and playing KOF 15 in general, but you know, since there's not a lot of players active, and you know, the ones that are active, a lot of the time I don't like coincide with them in terms of time and whatever, and also I have a bit of a burnout. You know, I haven't been playing the game that much. I have to VCU this week though, on Thursday, if you guys are up for that. If everything goes well, I qualify for the top 4, and yeah, see if I can do better against Bublon this time. But anyways, how about you, man? Long time no see. Yeah, I focus more on my YouTube content than streaming, because you know, the thing about streaming is that the KWF, as I said before, is not really active. So yeah, there's not I don't see too much point in streaming it. Unless I have a confirmed match, and even then sometimes I just don't feel like it. But when it comes to replay reviews, I'm always up for it, if the person like allows it, of course. So yeah, let me open up a big pen, and also as you can see, as we do in every replay review, we're gonna have the notes. It's in MD format, so you can see it clearly on the Discord. And yeah, this is something that I said always, that if anyone is interested in a replay review in KOF 15, they can just join my Discord, and you just have to ask, and that's it. If you don't say anything, I'll take it for granted that you're giving me permission to stream it. But of course you can let me know that if you don't want it streamed, that you just want my private assessment of your replay, and that can work as well. Okay, it's completely free. And of course, as a final note, everything I say is completely subjective. I'm just a normal KOF 15 player that just loves the games too much, but nothing I say has to be completely true. So yeah, you can take everything I say with a grain of salt, but you know, I always give I always try my best to give the best advice I can to the players that are requiring help for KOF 15. Okay. Hey, the Sevi, how you doing? The swag, Mr. Swag itself. Welcome to the stream. Hey, Pfizer Bucket. Everything we use is golden and the law. Yes, it is. You should treat yourself now. And breathe. Nah, I'm stop. I gotta stop. Okay. Alright, so without further ado, let me see. Do I have a big pen open? Yeah, okay. So let's let the replay start. Okay. Actually, I'm not gonna put it in full screen because I'm gonna tab out like frequently into here and the notes. So yeah. The only word in court. True. Alright, so you're using Mature, Vice, Yamazaki. Interesting team. I think this order is perfectly fine. The only two characters that may be a little bit difficult for you it might be Vice, but you know, no one in KOF 15 is particularly like difficult to pick up. Except if you're playing like
congratulations.
Hey,
you work for the government.
He wins. KJC. Thank you for the follow. Congratulations. You work for the government now. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, so yeah, let's see. Answer to B, okay. Okay, a bit of a whiff there with 2C, but it's fine. Okay, missed a whiff punish there on with the Shingo kick. There you could have done far C into Rekka. So yeah, it's the round start, so you're getting used to it. You know, you still don't know how the guy plays, so yeah, I can let this pass. It's all about like knowledge. Wait a second. Okay, you fell this. It's plus 1. Okay. Ooh, okay. Be careful with this. What happened here? So, even though this worked, what I saw you doing, right, is mashing to A, which okay. I know that if you watch my character overview guide, I did say that if you like to mash, you can pick Mature, and I'm not lying. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't confirm, okay? Because like that one's punishable. What you just did, and that wasn't and you didn't confirm it. So let me add the timestamps here. 0:38. 0:37 actually. 0:37. Even though disconnected, it seemed like you didn't confirm it. This can be dangerous as Mature 214. I believe that's 214C. Hold on, guys. Okay, my bad. So what was I saying? This can be dangerous as Mature. I believe it's 214C is punishable on block. So homework first. Go to training mode and set the dummy to block randomly. I want you to do only two A's. Actually, let's put it in not in numerical, so it's less confusing. Two A's into Rekka. If the dummy blocks, then don't do the Rekka, or do a special that's plus. Actually, do nothing. Then don't do the Rekka. It's better that you start learning respecting frames rather than being greedy with them. If they don't do the Reka, and if they get hit by them, then you can do it. Don't worry if only the second 2A connected, as you won't be able to confirm a single hit like into special. Okay, and what this teaches you is that not only this is not just to respect frames, as I mentioned. Here's Mike with an actual Shinga kick. Is my mic right? Is if it's getting like distorted or anything, please guys let me know, because I've a few days ago my friends told me that my mic sometimes like gets like in like insane volume. I don't know why. But yeah, apologies for that. There was a loud noise earlier and it was funny, and I think it's when I touch it, I think that happens. So sorry about that, guys. I hope that doesn't keep repeating this stream. So yeah, as I was saying, this will help you not only to like respect frames and only and that, but also to like keep your risk minimal. All right. If you just mash light and then do specials just for the fun of it, then you're gonna leave yourself open up to a punish. Okay. You need to learn how to confirm lights in this game, and then you can start by doing 2-2As, and if they block it, then you do nothing. Well, and you know, after, if they get hit, then you can do the Reka, go to the X or whatever you want. And then afterwards, once you get used to this, like you get this like downloaded, then you can start like switching it up. So instead of, for example, instead of doing nothing, you can start going for a hop. You can go for one of Mature's heavy, like plus on block specials. I believe it is 236D. Maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong, but you can backdash. There's so much you can do if the opponent blocks your moves, depending on what they do. Do they like to mash? Do they like to like hop forward after you end your pressure? Do they like to keep blocking? And stuff like that. Like what happened here tells you that that this Shingo player, whenever there's like a with delay, likes to press or jump or whatever, we still aren't sure yet, because it could have happened that he just wasn't blocking. It could have happened that he was hopping, but you caught his startup jumping frames, etc. So, but yeah, don't do this. You have to learn how to confirm. So yeah, this is the first homework I have for you. Okay. Nice. Okay. There, you missed a potential safe jump. So when this happens, like going for a safe jump can be hard. Okay. Also, you miss your meaty, but that's because you're not aware of if the opponent quick recovers or if the opponent doesn't quick recover. Now, this is essentially fine. Like, it's fine if you don't want to go for a safe jump, because, again, like, you have to auto-time it. Because, again, there's a possibility of the opponent not going for a quick tech, of the opponent going for a quick tech. But if you see that this tends to happen, the best thing that you can do is the safe jump OS. And you can watch, like, my video, my video net, I think, on the KOF zone, no, the KOF random neutral video, I talk about it, where essentially, if you go for a hop or a jump, depending on the timing, in this case it would have been a hop, and then you press for C on landing. You press on jumping attack and then for C or for D on landing. If the opponent blocks, then the attack comes out. If the opponent gets hit, then you can just confirm it to a combo. If the opponent rolls, then you can grab it. And if the opponent DPs, then you will block it, because of course it's a safe jump. But yeah, and also you miss your melee here. So, okay, let me see here. 043. It's fine if you don't want to go for a safe jump if the opponent doesn't quick recover, as it can be hard to auto-time. But be sure to melee properly, as you missed it there. Okay, like for example, that was punishable, but he didn't know that because he punished with 2D. Like what happened here. So you go for this, right? This is punishable. What you did here. That is let me check. Where is it? Dream cancel. Let me see, how is it? With mature, I believe it's like -6 or something like that. Hold on. You're doing death row. Yeah, you're doing death row C. Death row C on block is -7 even. Like some characters can even close C hit you, depending on the distance, right? But that's what, like, for example, he could have punished with a 2D Rekka that would have built meter, and if he knows how to confirm a crit, and of course if he got the crit, then he can confirm into EX kick, and if he gets a crit there, that's an easy, let's say 35%, just for you, like, mashing Rekka. So yeah, be aware of this. In any case, it's better that if you wanna do like a autopilot special, just do the light version. That is only -2. That, like, there's no way anyone can punish you unless they're a grappler with a 1-frame command grab. Okay. Yes. Like you see there, you see how like, I also see that you're mashing. This is another thing that I was thinking, but I didn't put it in the notes. Okay. This, like, you're going a bit crazy from the lights, and the thing is that I think that the case is that you're mashing lights instead of going for the rhythm of it. So let me actually open up KY15 real quick. KOF 15. Let me go into the training mode with mature.
Registration. Select member. Witness. Select stage. Get ready for a battle of titans.
Okay, so essentially, like, what you're doing is this. Like this, okay? And I don't really want you to do that, okay? Because the problem with this is that you're not keeping track of the distance between you and the opponent, which is very important in this game. In this game, there's a lot of pushback on your lights. If you just mash them, you're open for a potential whiff punish that's not even intentional by the opponent. That's just like reversal mashing, because they know that you're not in the distance for your light to connect. Even though Mature's 2A is very has a lot of range, even still, it can be dangerous to just do this, because something tells me that you don't do this only with only with Mature. Okay. Instead, what I want you to do this. Get the rhythm of every light. So every character in this game has a certain rhythm to it, and I know that it can be annoying to learn like the rhythm of the lights for each character, but I think that it would be very, very good for you if you start learning the rhythm rather than just mashing. Okay, like for example, Mature. Let's do it like let me do like a rhythmic sequence. So Mature can be like really fast between her cancels, so she can go 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Whereas, for example, characters like Sharmy or Orochi Sharmy, her rhythm is 1, 2, 3. But that was 2 because the second input was just a 2-hitting move. Okay, where it's just 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now, if you cancel 2B into 2A, you can go in a similar distance, but look. You see how it's like a bit slower? 1, 2. Like I tried to go like as fast as mature, but I couldn't do it because Sharmy's rhythm is a bit slower. What I want you to do is that I want you to learn the rhythm with mature, and alongside with I'm actually going to update this this homework. You're not gonna do like the homework will fail if you do this. Okay, this will not count. I want you to, instead of go mashing 2A, I want you to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Get the rhythm though, instead of just mashing. And this way, you will have a like a clearer image as to what's happening in front of you, in terms of like the distance between the opponent, your frame advantage. You know that 2A is always plus on block, but this will like be a lot less risky and more clean, and more, let's say, controlled than you just doing this. Okay, so with the homework that I just assigned to you, okay, set the dummy to random. You can do this here. You can see here, guard random. Okay, and do 1, 2. Okay, if it hits, then if it doesn't hit, then do nothing. Okay, so there it hit. There it hit again. I fell it there. My bad. Hold on. There we go. You see how I confirmed it 2A? Like all of those 2A's that Isla blocked, then I didn't do anything. But the time that I did anything is when Isla got hit. So I want you to hit confirm this and not doing this. Please don't do this. Don't do this. Do 1, 2, 1, 2. Or you can use 2B as well. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and hit confirm it. That was too slow. There we go. Okay, that's the homework for you. Actually, let me put it in the notes before I forget. And keep in mind that you won't mash the 2A's, but instead do them. I don't know how the fuck to write this. Rhythmically. Rhythmically. That's how you pronounce it, right? Yeah, like this. Okay. Also, let me put the timestamp real quick. Which, yeah, it was like you see how he punished by doing back roll and then Rekka. This is because of you doing it to it. This is what I was talking about, by the way. This wasn't an intentional whiff punish. She just wanted to mash 2, 3, 6. Boom, bam. You see? Like if you get onto the rhythm, for example, that wasn't a real whiff punish. He just caught you hopping. But if you did, for example, if you did there 2A, like 1 2A or the 2A, you would have done a third one, meaning that you would have more time to do a hop or backdash or just block or whatever you want to do, but with even more advantage. But you did a third 2A because you were mashing it. That's the issue that I'm having here. So let's put 0, 47. Don't just mash lights with any character. Learn their respective rhythm. That's how you say it? Rhythm? Yeah. Like their respective rhythm and practice it alongside your hit confirms. Okay. There you could have grab as well, but that was quick. There you could have whiff punish as well. Also, I'm noticing, yeah, another thing that I'm noticing. You're doing was that 2 hits? Let me see. Let me check it 1 second, just to confirm. Yeah, that wasn't a proper combo. What is this? The timestamp? It's 052. I believe this is the second or third time you hop JC too early, so it didn't combo on landing. I understand you wanna take your turn desperately, but keep in mind that if you do air attacks too soon, then it won't combo. Okay. Super. You can go for projectile, whatever. Yeah, that wasn't a safe jump. So here, I believe she doesn't get a safe jump, or if she does, it's out of time. You can live it if you can. But another thing that you can do is just do the slow projectile, and that's plus. Like, he has to block it. And then if you see him blocking, then you can start your pressure. But yeah, be careful with going for jumps that aren't safe jumps, because then your opponent can like see through your jumps and see if you're like failing a safe jump. As there's like not many things that he can do. He cannot move there except like wake up roll or whatever. But in those cases, like, be careful with that. Nice tech. Okay, be careful with that. That wasn't plus. That was -2. Okay, that happens. Well, yeah, nice punish. Okay, wasn't that bad of a round. Just a few bad habits, and yeah, with punishing is also an area you can improve on.
Now or never. Ready? Go!
Okay, be careful. Well, when you're around this amount of health, if you put yourself in danger real quick, then he's gonna have basically the lead, or you're gonna give him more chances. Like right now, you have the lead, but that's because you have a slight health advantage and of course character lead. But the thing is that if you go forward like too soon on the next round, then you're giving your opponent more, let's say, opportunities to like tie up the match, or at least like keep it closer, and sometimes they can even turn the tables of the match because your lead isn't that great. Here you still have the lead because once mature dies, you're gonna get 2 bars and he has 1.5. But he's gonna keep himself with full health, or you might hit him like once or twice, but because the time is too like because you're going aggressive too early, then that probably means that the clock won't go down like too fast, meaning that they will recover more health. Okay, so be careful with being aggressive when you have the life lead after a round start. So 44, you have the life and character lead. If you go in too soon, then you will give your opponents prestigioso. Hey, ¿qué tal? ¿Todo bien? Hello, how you doing? If you go in too soon, then you will give your opponents more chances to turn the tables of the match due to the character region. Like for example, there you could have also with punish, and yeah, you're also like trying to take your turn desperately with specials instead of going for your pokes, and this can affect your whiff punish game. 145. You are missing a lot of whiff punish opportunities, but it's not because you can't react to them, but because you ¿todo bien? ¿Preferís inglés español? Me da igual, esto es de inglés español, lo mantengo en ambos idiomas, solo que normalmente como estoy haciéndole un chat a alguien que hable inglés, pues va a estar en inglés. ¿De dónde sos? Sería curioso. Soy de Venezuela, pero vivo en España, Madrid. ¿Tú? Me suenas de Argentina. you're missing a lot of whiff punish opportunities, but it's not because you can react to them, but because you have a poor choice of buttons to whiff punish or take your turn back. Use your pokes like far C, far B, but the quickest ones, like far B, or far B, or 2D, if it requires a fast timing punish. Then you can use something like far C into a combo if they get too predictable or if they whiff by a lot. But don't use specials as a whiff punish unless they are really fast. Sí, Argentina, sí, me imagino. Es que leí el SOS y dije como que uy, seguramente es Argentina. Que tengo, o sea, en mi equipo, en mi trabajo, tengo dos personas argentinas. Like, you see how you're not confirming? Like, this is one of your biggest weaknesses from what I've seen. You see this, right? Like, you're not even confirming your jumpings. You're just like, I'm gonna go for a jump, and immediately, without thinking or reacting on what's happening in the screen, you're just mashing into A. Nice. You see how you played patiently here instead of just going in? Like that, for example, you could have whiff punish, but that's fine. Here, you play patiently, but caught the teleport attempt. It wasn't a punish, but you know, it's fine. He wanted to press. And this, for example, this could have been like a super into full corner carry, although that's not really recommended because you have a low life lead, but Kukri doesn't have many defensive options, so that's fine. And you could have gotten like a decent amount of health, a decent amount of health instead of you just going in, and he could have, for example, done round turn EX Sun Pillar, and then you would have been dead, you know? Nice. Nice, this is nice. Nice, okay. Feel the pressure. There you go. You, for example, there, that was a guaranteed punish, and you could have gone into Rekka. You see, again, you see how you're not taking your turn? Like, you're missing way too many opportunities here. Like, for example, at least do 2D or 4B. Like, let's say it's not a punish. Okay, but at least you try to contest your... You try to take your turn back, you know? To contest the space, to establish pressure. But you're either staying still or using, like, incredibly slow moves to take your turn back. When you can just use your pokes and be more consistent and safe with it. Like, your opponent is actually making a lot of mistakes. The only thing is that you're not, like, there to punish them. Okay. Also, you should use your projectile with Mature more. Like, Mature's slow projectile is actually like a kind of effective skip neutral-ish, very-ish move. You can just throw the projectile, then run behind it. If they jump, you can 2C it, but you know, Mature's 2C isn't the best at that. You can also use far B, but I haven't seen you use like a single projectile with Mature this game. Sound of the music.
Now or never. Ready? Go!
You see, like running in, run side. For example, this is another thing that you're also not like studying like your opponent's patterns, and you're not like ready for them to punish them. Instead, it's like you have like a game plan established, and you get very, very desperate on round start when you don't have to. You saw on last time that he did the overhead kick on round start, and you weren't like for a second you didn't think like, okay, let me at least wait to see if he will do it again. Then you could have gone, for example, into something like far C to punish it, you could have gone into something like Farsi, for example. Farsi's from Vice is very, very fast. Then you could have gone Farsi, then QM, and then do like a 2-bar damage, and you've gonna gotten like a nice lead. And this Enoki against a character that has literally no defensive options outside like teleport. And Psycho Crusher would require a bar, is kind of slow, so you can safe jump it. And teleport is not even like a proper reversal, because you can option select it with the backdash OS that I told you about in the video regarding the KOF zone, which is the same grappler OS. There you didn't confirm into 6A. There you're using your pokes more, so it's fine. Ooh, I don't know what was that. You could have done 214A, I believe, and that was a combo. And you could have cash out with a bar into super. There, like, you're getting too desperate. Too desperate there. Okay, so I see where it is. Hold on. 243. You're getting extremely desperate for no reason. You have the life lead, so he is the one that is so he's the one that has to either come to you or zone you out a several amount of times to even catch up with your life lead. Remember what I told you. If they backdash or backroll too much, then that's a win for you because they are pushing themselves into the corner. You just have the wrong mentality of thinking you have to directly punish it when in reality you don't have to. This is what I talk about in the KOF zone video. This, like, if he goes for him, like, for example, like, because I saw the title of the video, running away from one corner to the other. This is not the problem. Like, this is like a basic thing that a zoner would do and kind of has to do against you, although Kukri doesn't really have to zone. He can play in a lot of ways, but just for the sake of the argument. The issue here is that he's not running away from corner to corner. That's not the issue. The issue here is that you're not, like, capitalizing off of it. First of all, like, the first thing that you have to keep in mind, and I said this in that video, I told this to Leo, and I'm telling you the same thing. Backdashing and backrolling or anything that has back in its name is a win for you. That's a win for you because they pushing themselves to the corner, and you want that to happen, especially with your characters. I mean, of course, everyone loves to put the opponent in the corner. That's always a good thing to do, but especially with your characters, that is huge. Like, Kukri, once he gets the corner, there's not much he can do except like do like panic pillars and whatever. That's a win for you. But then you do these like these EX lunges or run up or hop forward when you don't have to. And you've seen him. This is another thing. Like, you've seen him going for the even the back roll. That's fine because that can be hard to catch. But like the special overhead, he has done it several times out of panic, and he will keep doing it because you will keep running into them. You know. That's the thing, and you're not maximizing your tools. You haven't used your half circle that you have. What's it called? Was it a half circle forward? Actually, let me refresh my memory. It's been a long time since I played Rise. I think it's half circle forward B. Yeah, half circle forward B. Let me keep this. And this is like a free. Look at the corner carry in this. And this is a safe jump. if I don't miss it. You just roll. Oh wait, I need to turn on my switch. You just smash roll, jump. That is a safe jump. And this character can deal huge damage, and again, like if you saw from my character overview video, she like excels at managing the mid-range, but you're using none of that except for this, which this is good. I'm not saying it isn't, but you're not using this. You're not using this either. The heavy one, which has more range. You're using your CD. You're still doing like these big risky moves like this one, which first of all, look at how far this leaves you. And this is not worth for only 120 damage when your opponent can, on wake up, he can like back roll, back jump or whatever, and things that there's not much you can do about instead of, you know, letting himself push into the corner. But if you just let him, like, just let him do like random stuff, even if he stuns you out, don't get desperate. Even if he goes for something like what's it called? Let me actually rebind my bonus real quick. The overhead special. That's a full combo punish. I don't know that the 2-bar optimal, but like. What was it? Hold on. Boom. 411 damage just for a punish, and all it required you to do was just stay put, like be chill. Or let's say like you catch him off guard, like because he's smashing or whatever, like you do this. That is 130 damage plus safe jump, okay? And there's nothing he can do about it because you can do safe jump OS. And of course you can also choose to cash out. There's a lot of things you can do. This gives you a combo. Hold on. Boom, 327 damage for a bar, and it's not even half. It's like 25%, maybe 30, because you build meter with this. So again, like you don't have to do any of that. You don't have to do that EX. You don't have to do this also this command grab. Like, I don't know when you're doing this. The standard light confirm for Vice is this. If you want to cash out more, you can do the EX. Was it something like? And that is 314 damage for less than a bar. Less than a bar because you get like 30 back, right? Like there's a lot of things you can do, but you don't have to do any of this. I think because I think we went a little bit forward. There you tried to contest it, which is fine. There you did like the EX command grab, but you didn't have to, but it worked. There, like I don't know what you're trying to do here, but again, what you should do, unless it's accidental, but what you should do is this. I guess that you're trying. Yeah, but this is like unpractical. This is what you're trying to do because of the range, as you just saw. Just listen closely. Like, consistency is better than optimal, okay? Even though I know that this is the if I'm not so bad, if this is going like this is the optimal damage and Oki and whatever, but it's not consistent, it's not practical, as you just saw, because of the range. So just do 2148. Keep it simple. You don't have to do like all this optimal stuff, you know? This is a very easy 1-bar confirm. It will be useful if you learn how to confirm this as well. Almost 300 damage with 1-bar from lights. But it's better if you go into the EX. Look at the corner carry. Just from doing that, like you don't have to do it like the optimal command grab either. So the command grab combo either. So let me put in the timestamp. Yeah, there it failed. 241. Actually, this goes before. Don't do that combo as it requires you to be really close, so it's not really practical. Do 2B, 2A, 214A, or 214AC for a more consistent combo. And you have the meter as well. Like there's no reason for you to save this bar. Like use your bars, use your beaters. Remember, consistency is better than optimization. Plus, you have 2.5 bars. Use them. Punish? Yeah, there. Don't do that. Yeah, and this, like. Like you're getting very desperate because of zoning. And there, you could have just waited. He did teleport a lot of times, and you just and you kind of like contested the range, but you stopped doing it. You're getting like way too desperate here. That's the thing. It's not. It's the issue is not him running away. That has nothing to do with this.
Now or never. Ready? Go!
Okay. It's like a round start. That was another punish. You're not confirming the close C. I imagine it is because you go for a grab. But this is something that that you can do either way. Which is like confirm your close C normals into a command normal either way. If you go for a grab, then nothing happens. You will be stuck in the grab animation and everything's fine. If the grab didn't come out, then the command normal will come out, and you can get a full combo punish. So when you wanna go for a grab, whether it is a punish or whatever, be sure to follow your button of choice with the respective command normal. If the grab whiffs, then you get a full combo. If not, it doesn't matter anyway, as you will be stuck in the grab animation. And you can see his habit. This is another thing that I'm gonna actually put it here. On another note, you have seen that this guy panics teleport / overhead all the time whenever you get close, and yeah, you either aren't seeing it or you are too desperate that you ignore it. Keep track of your opponent's habits and punish them accordingly. You could have killed Kukri ages ago if you get at least 1 or 2 punishes. Like ages ago, you could. This guy should be dead. By the way, Kukri should be like giga dead because every time he does this for like for no good reason, you're like he's like letting you full combo punish him, which is like very obviously very bad for him, and you have the cash to do it, okay? But the thing is that, of course, he's gonna keep doing it because you keep running in, which you shouldn't do. You don't have to do any of this. You can just stay in range again, like the KOS zone. Like, let's imagine it's like over here, just right away, and you're just so desperately trying to get inside the KOF zone instead of just letting him do whatever random stuff he needs to do to win neutral and whiff punishing him. Like with Machut, you could have full combo punish with Farsi. With Vice, you could have full combo punish with Farsi into QM, and Yamasaki as well. You could have done I believe the combo is Farsi into Snake Arm into Super. Like that could have been it. And this is not even optimal. I'm not a Yamasaki player, but with just keeping like these things intact, just one with punish, you could have killed Kukri ages ago. But the thing is that you're getting way too desperate, and I'm not sure why. Because you don't have to. Maybe it's like the playstyle is like kind of like boring you or whatever, or is kind of like annoying, which I understand. But again, this is not a game where you can just the round starts and you can immediately force an interaction between you and the opponent. Like, this is not Tekken 8 or whatever. No disrespect to the Tekken 8 players. Like, I'm sure they like their game how it is or not. But just to be sure, just making you letting you know that that this game is not for that. Like, teleport, he will do overhead. He did it. Teleport, he will do overhead eventually. That's something I with punish with the snake. Now you're like going well. Like, now you're running in, but then dash blocking. Teleport again. Overhead. Nice! Yeah, that's it! That's all you gotta do. Easy. Nice. Throw punish. Nice. Keep the pressure. Punish the roll. There we go! You see, you got it. You could have gotten a better punish, though. You could have punished with Farsi into a Snake Arm. But again, but that works. Like, you have the concept down.
Ready? Go!
Okay. Goes overhead, running command grab, anti-air grab. Okay, so again, this goes back to this. Actually, do I put it here? I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I didn't put it there. So
Ready?
wait, that's like 410, 412. Okay. Keeping my... how do I put it? This into words. Be careful with jumping even when you don't have Oki. Even when you do have Oki, sorry. When you do have Oki, as not every time it will be a safe jump. This guy has woke up with a reversal before, so chances are they will do it again because your jump wasn't a safe jump. Then naturally you got hit. He's like dead, by the way, if you would have just waited. Ooh. Okay, ballsy reversal, but it worked. Okay, and you're not doing the safe jump Wes. Yeah, this is another issue. And you see how we go back to the error that we talked about earlier, where you're doing like mashing lights into special without confirming them. Please, you have to learn the safe jump OS. Okay, he did the run-on command grab again. And you're using... I don't know why you use Snake Arm here as a reversal. Let me see. Don't use Snake Arm as a reversal since it's very slow. Use something like far B, far D, or far C instead. Okay. Like you're rolling, you could have died again. He did dash grab again. Go grab. Again, yes, you have to do the safe jump west. Because you're not doing them. Ooh, and that advanced strike. You maybe wanted to back up CD? I don't know why. Or did you want it to do run up grab? Yeah, hold on. 440. Yeah, no, don't do this. 440. Don't do this. This is incredibly slow and punishable. Please, if you expect a run up grab or something, then either keep yourself spaced or move with hops like back hops or no chops. Okay, so please practice the safe jump OS. Okay, final notes. What can we conclude from everything that you're saying here, that I'm seeing here? Okay, I believe I'm not like going into specifics on the safe jump OS, because I believe you told me earlier that you know how to do it, but if I'm wrong, then let me know if you need any tips with this. But I explained this in my is KOF neutral random video. Okay, final notes. The reason you are losing has nothing to do with your opponent running away. As I mentioned, pushing yourself into the corner, or rather the opponent pushing himself into the corner, the opponent pushing themselves into the corner is a win for you, and you don't have to get desperate. You instead rely on doing extremely risky moves that, one, you don't need to do, two, there are better options either way, like doing hops instead of advanced strike, or using your pokes rather than using a slow ass special like Vice's command grab, Mature's run up slash, snake arm, etc. You don't need, there are better options either way. Yeah, okay. Be sure to do the homework I assigned to you, so you punish opponents that are rolling up more, and you confirm your buttons better. Additionally, remember the counter to command grabs are jumps or the backdash OS, as I mentioned to you in the KOF zone video. If they are armored, then you can just wait for them to do them, or just hop again whenever you go in for pressure. Advanced strike can also work, but this is a risky option to do. Be more patient, use your pokes more, and please hit confirm your lights instead of mashing them. Let them loose by limiting their own space. Finally, don't worry about rank, but about improving, as the latter will give you what you seek by itself. Okay, so yeah, this is essentially like what I would recommend to you, pharmacist. I don't think that you're playing like totally bad or anything. It's just that I can see through here that you're getting like extremely desperate from your opponent running away and whatnot. I don't know if it's because that you used to play Tekken, and Tekken, you know, there's like a closer distance between you and the opponent. Sometimes there's infinite stages if you come from Tekken 7. I mean, there's like, I think it's like 2 really big stages in Tekken 8. Maybe I'm wrong, but yeah, I'm not sure why it is, but the thing is that you don't have to get like so desperate. You don't have to punish a back roll. You don't have to get the heavy mix up or whatever that you're going for. Just going for basic guard pressure with punishing them, and you know, letting themselves push into the corner. That's all you have to do to like win in these early ranks. Like it's simpler. I remember even Punk, which is like a very like probably one of the best players in terms of footsies. I remember that he was saying in his Street Fighter 6 tutorial, like, yeah, don't just like fucking walk back for no reason, because then your opponent can just walk up, and you know, that's it. So again, them doing back dash or back roll or whatever, it's good for you. And you just have to take that win without getting too desperate. And please stop relying on those slow ass specials, for the love of God. So yeah, I will send this in the Discord once I finish stream. On anything, any remarks that you want to do or notes you want to discuss, I'm up for it. Okay. So now, I will pull up. I will pull up Fatal Fury gameplay while I talk about my thoughts on the beta, and yeah, what do I think about the game or whatnot. Hold on, let me see if I can pull up like a Fatal Fury gameplay. the Cristiano Ronaldo memes are sorry. Spanish advertisement. You guys will forgive me for that. Okay. Soy Antonio Lobato. ¿Quieres saber cuánto vale tu coche? Actually, let me put it. I'm not gonna copy this, but actually no. Let me just stop being lazy and create another file. Fair Fury second beta. Wait, can I not? Wait, I said open file? No, it's new file. Hold on. Fair Fury second beta. .md. Okay, so Fair Fury beta thoughts. Second beta thoughts. So, let me divide this with the good, the bad, and the ugly. So, good and bad will be in terms of gameplay, and ugly in terms of quality. Okay? So, I played a bit of the Fatal Fury beta. For a few ranked matches. I'm not sure my ranked match count. If anyone is wondering, I was playing Terry. And yeah, I was just hanging around with ranked. And I believe I just played one. No, actually, two first to 10 sets against Spartaco, who uses Hotaru, a member of the Spanish community. And other than that, I didn't do anything else. Rather than, obviously, other than that, do some things in the training mode. I was about to join a tournament, but the thing is that at that time I was like busy. Something came up, so yeah, I couldn't join. But anyways, do I think that I will be playing this game actively right off the bat? To answer that question, the answer is I'm not sure yet. Okay, because it's the beta, so I cannot say too much. But from the looks of it, from what I felt with the game, I'm kind of like in the 50-50 area, and I'm gonna explain the reasons why I think that's the case. Okay. Now, please, I know that someone will like listen to this and then they will see me play hundreds of hours in Fatal Fury. Again, this is just the beta, so I haven't come to any conclusions yet. It's just the feeling I have from the beta, and and also because I come from KOF, which is as you all know, judging from my content and from the tournaments I've participated, is the game that I love the most. Okay. So, what do I... let me start off by speaking about the things that I like about the game. Actually, let me take the ugly right out of the gate, which is the ugly in terms of quality. So first thing, I think the lobbies are still not really functional. So I was watching the tournament stream, the one that I told you guys earlier about, what I was supposed to join. And yeah, I could see that people were having trouble joining in. I don't remember if you actually have to actually add someone as a friend to join the lobby. And yeah, it's just it was just awkward. I also think that the code the code that you use to join a lobby or ID or whatever you want to call it, I think it's too long. For KOF, I believe is like 4 or 5 digits, whereas this one was like 8 digits and something like that. It was really really awkward. And I remember that I was like in the search bar that you use to put the ID in. It didn't do absolutely anything. But I imagine I had to add someone as a friend there. But even still, like, it was really really awkward. If they keep working the same way that it worked in the second beta, man, tournaments are gonna struggle. Hey, means how you do it? Well, talking about tournaments, tournaments are gonna be hard to perform. Online tournaments, I mean, if that's the case. So yeah, I think that lobby still needs some work on. So reducing the ID digits, and just overall joining the lobby just felt like awkward and whatnot. Like for the first 10 sets that I played, I had to make the lobby public so that the other person could join. I don't know. It was really really weird. Second thing is that the rollback, I didn't feel it was the best implementation of rollback whatsoever. Sorry, rollback wasn't that great. I don't know. It felt like it's like a hit or miss. Like sometimes I was getting like some decent matches. Sometimes in like, let's say 100 ping, which is not that bad. Like I know that 100 is not like that optimal, but 100 ping with that connection, like it was like extremely unstable. Maybe my opponents were like using Wi-Fi or whatever. But I remember that I was fighting opponents in ranked that. When I was playing like other games, not KOF, because KOF rollback isn't great either, but this isn't great. I don't know. I felt like this game's rollback wasn't that much better, but maybe that's just my thing. Yeah, I need to share a card. It's didn't bring rollback from Street Fighter. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's not Street Fighter 6 rollback. It's not Strife rollback. It's not Killer Instincts rollback, and it's definitely not Tekken 8's rollback. So yeah, the rollback wasn't really amazing. Third, matchmaking was better, but still it could have some improvements. So I remember that when the beta launched, I think that for a few hours matchmaking was still broken in some regions, I think, on Steam. But then they launched an update mid-beta, and then they fixed it. A lot of the times where I was sitting in matchmaking, I was waiting for for too much time sometimes, or sometimes I just get matched against the same person over and over and over and over and over and over again. It felt like Street Fighter 6 matchmaking, and I mean early Street Fighter 6 matchmaking. It wasn't great. Like it got to a point where I was getting like a bit impatient, and then I started asking people for that was a sick guard cancel. Hold on, is it pa pa pa? That was sick. Okay. But yeah, that was that experience wasn't really great. Like, I remember that when I played my final ranked set, I was like, I think that even if I do decide to play this game competitively, I think I would just stick with playing long sets. I hope that more people use Discord, but that's not because I wanted to be a Discord fighter. Like, I'm fine with the ranked experience as long as they force you for it to be a first to two for your rank and whatever. But just the matchmaking made it like not really fun. So I just prefer to use Discord at that point. Which I don't think it's great for the state of the game. I don't mind because, you know, I'm used to it from KREF, but I can see that a lot of people could just simply stop playing just because of this issue. Okay, actually, let me be more specific with this. No, lobbies are not really functional. ID too long. Can't join. Can't join even when typing the code. Do I really have to add someone to join to a lobby? Tournaments, or actually online tournaments will be awful if that's the case. Typing rollback wasn't great. Was getting rollback frames dropped on not so bad ping, and it felt wonky at times. Matchmaking was better, but still could have some improvements. Matching against the same person over and over and over again, no Wi-Fi filter, and sometimes some really some really long, I'm not gonna say outrageous, but some really long waiting times. Now this could be because not so many people were playing in Europe ranked, maybe, but I don't know if I believe that. But maybe that's the case. Maybe that's the case. Okay. Other than that, ugly in terms of quality. 4. Yeah. Training mode is okay, but I feel like it could have some improvements as well. Reversal or natural or normal recording / playing seems awkward UI UX wise. What? I guess you could say this this way. Reversal normal is awkward UXY. I think it should copy the way other games like SF6 do it. because the thing of adding like the pressing a button and then like for the reversal training, I've always felt like it's so weird, like that thing where you have to like get them on a timer, a timer counts down, and then you have to press a special or a button and then make sure that the reversal message comes out when the countdown comes down. I don't know, I feel like it's super awkward. It's like, man, just let me put in a slot, insert a move in that slot, and then reversal, or I make a custom slot. But I don't understand that. If I wanna put a custom slot, then okay, maybe that I can understand that. But let me add, like, if I wanna select a particular move that's done on reversal, then let me just add that instead of just me trying to go for a countdown and having an execution barrier. It's not hard to execute, I'm not saying that, but like an execution thing to do to time my special if I want to lab against a reversal. I think that's like so incredibly weird. And also the frame display, it can also have more info. Yeah. It's very basic, but it's not bad. The train mode wasn't really bad. Another thing, this wasn't on the beta, but please add replay takeover. Yeah, please, for the love of God, like this will add so much to the game, especially because this game, I think it will have the depth on the game will have a huge emphasis on defense, and so being able to take over a replay and, for example, let's say that Preacha was labbing X special after this string. I want to see if I can hyper defense it guard cancel, or JD guard cancel, or maybe just DP in between, you know, whatever. That would have helped a lot. And even though that I know that you can do that in training mode, but this just makes the process of learning and, you know, learning all of that defense stuff and actually executing it will feel like so much better. I mean, I don't feel like I should be defending this. I think that at this point this should be like a requirement. So if I 6 has it, Tekken 8 has it, even under 9 has it. So yeah, please SNK, add this to the game. I will love it. Okay. So before I answer the good and the bad of this game, I wanna tell my opinion on what the game is going to be about. Differencing to difference. I don't know why am I struggling so much with English. Like, in difference to the other Garou. Okay, maybe that's better. The other Garou was like, it had so much like faster movement. It was a lot of speed, a lot of like decision making in regards to your movement. Not to say that it doesn't matter in this game, but this game everything is a lot more slower. Azura also kind of drops the ball when passing high level mechanics in the game. Yeah, that's also a good point. Actually, let me add that. Tutorial is really subpar as it leaves a lot of important mechanics out. Basic mechanics. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Whereas in this game, the movement it's a lot slower. And why is that? Well, after seeing like, you know, the Wild Punish edition, which is basically a punish counter, but like with this big like slowdown move, depending on the strength of your button and if it's hit grander on jumping, whatever. I think that in turn, this game is going to be focused more around footsies. Okay, the thing is that I don't know if it's me, but I tried to play footsies in this game, and it felt risky as well because the hitboxes of a lot of the characters like retract. And then you're opening yourself to a massive whiff punish, you know? But maybe that's just like a skill issue thing. It just feels like throwing out like a random far D into whiff punish, even when I was the one that did a whiff punish, like it felt like so, I don't know, like so much reward for little things. And it wasn't really a confirm because, well, I mean, it is a confirm, but because you see this big slowdown, as you see here, Preacha doing it, like, maybe this was intentional, you know? But like for example, C for C and then for D. Maybe this was intentional, but it felt like whiff punishing in this game. Like it felt kind of like awkward. But maybe that's just a skill issue thing, you know. Maybe that's just the thing because I play KOF. I'm not that big on the whiff punish thing. The thing is that I played Manon on Street Fighter 6, and I don't know. For me, like whiff punishing with Manon in Street Fighter 6, it felt like smoother. It felt, I don't know, like more fluid. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah. Now I don't think this is essentially a bad thing. I'm always up for change. In fact, I love change. As if people know me, I don't like Old Girl at all. Like at all. I don't think that's a good game. I understand. If old school players love it or whatever, say like it's the pinnacle of all fighting games or whatever, or it's like a better Third Strike. I do think it's a better Third Strike, but I still don't. I don't like the game as it has a lot of like broken and janky stuff. But either way, the difference between the Olga Row is that the Olga Row had like a lot of faster, smoother movement. This one was gonna be more grounded, more a little bit slower, you know, and a lot more weight into it. Boss came through. And but that by itself, I don't think it's a bad thing. That's just subjective. That's just subjective, like taste. You know, some people like faster movement. Like me, I just like. It's not a terms of. It's not in terms of speed, but in terms of options. You know. I will get into that more in a bit, but you know that's essentially what it changed between, or what I feel like it changed between the Olga Row and this game. The thing is, this game with a lot of more additions added more stuff so that it focuses a lot more on footsies and neutral. Okay, again, I'm not saying that movement is not important, but it's not as important, or at least I feel like it's not as important as in the Olga Row. And footsies and defense, because of course you keep the JD and the guard cancel shenanigans, but on top of all that you also have hyper decent. You also have ref guard, which protects you. It's a one button block. It's a button to block moves that protects you from getting crossed up. You know. So for example, characters like Preacha with her like spin kick. I don't know what's the name of that kick. I believe the input was like 236B or something like that. Yeah, that EX that she just did there, which is a cross up like that gets beaten by ref guard, you know. But either way, I still feel like aggressiveness in this game can be like really strong. But like you can see that the pressure here can be like really rough. And as if in the Olga Row, it's just that in the Olga Row the block stun was so insane that some characters had, like for example Kevin had like an infinite block stun. So the best thing that you could do in that game was let yourself get hit by the special, and pray to God he doesn't confirm it. So that's essentially what I feel like it changed from the Olga Row to this one. The Olga Row was was faster and more focused on movement, whereas this is going to be more focused on grounded, footsies, and defense. Okay. Defense is also really important in the Olga Row, but I think the repercussions of being good in defense in this game is gonna be like much higher, because you have things like the counter hit like confirm, the hyper defense, while punish. Yes, the game kind of compensates with this, with adding with the cost of making those defensive shenanigans cost ref guard, which is good. I think that's actually a good thing to compensate for. Okay. So yeah, that's essentially what I think the game is going to be about. I think that in high level, what is going to differentiate like bad players to average players to good players is how good your defense and neutral is. The better your defense and neutral, the better player you are. Now, for example, if you compare it in a game like KOF, sure, like you can say neutral, but neutral is a bit of a loaded word. Like you can come up with a lot of things. The things that this game's neutral is gonna be focused on, you know, your anti-airs and your footsies, whereas in KOF it was all about movement. Even in KOF 15, I know that people would say that game is so defensive, that floats are so floaty, helps or hops. I said something weird there. That the game is so defensive, that overheads are very scaled, that reversal grab or whatever, it's still focused on movement, okay? It's just less aggressive than the other KOFs, but still, like, if your opponent knows how you move, then you're done. Regardless if you have a triple low tier team in KOF, if your opponent knows how you move, then you're done. You're done for the game. That doesn't mean that there are no footsies in KOF 15. There are tons of footsies. If you see Inferno Kong, that guy plays insane footsies. But the thing is that you have to condition them. That's the thing in KOF. It's not really about footsies. There can be footsies, but you don't really need them to win. What you need is to move better. I think that's the most important part. Defense is also really important. But I think that the best thing, the prevalent thing still is how to move better. But of course, then that game, you know, you're more defensive because of the things I mentioned earlier in my video, like reversal grab, dash recovery having increased frames, command grabs and overheads having higher damage scaling, etc. Okay. Now those are essentially the differences between Fatal Fury, at least this Fighter Fury, not real Bao Fatal Fury, this Garou Fatal Fury, I mean, and KOF. Aside from the, the one is 3v3 and the other one's 1v1. If you ask me, like, this is in terms of taste. This is not an objective opinion or on anything that I'm saying. Okay, let me remove this. I think I prefer KOF just because the matches in that game feel they're more fluid. There's way like more options. That's not because of it's 3v3 or like the vast amount of characters. Like even if I play like a Robert mirror match, think of a boring mirror match in KOF, Benimaru mirror match, or Robert mirror match, or whatever. The matches can go like a lot of stuff can go in that happen. Okay, whereas in this game, essentially like when I was playing for a while, the matches felt like, I don't know, there wasn't too much variety into it. And I think that made the games neutral less fun for me than KOF. So offense, there's not much to it in offense other than that, the basic hop pressure and, depleting your opponent's ref guard. I think that's the new like guard bar. There's still the guard bar, but for someone's guard bar to get depleted, you have to actually put it in overheat. So I think ref guard in this game is gonna be really important. But yeah, there are way two different games that have two very different focuses. A lot of people say that SNK is getting like in more neutral or defense or whatever, and I don't think it's a bad thing at all. I actually like that. It's just a matter of taste, and I just like prefer KOF's movement. That doesn't mean that I won't be playing this game, but I will admit that after playing, maybe it was because I was playing Terry and I haven't found my character yet. I was trying out Preacher and she seemed pretty cool. Maybe it's because, again, it's just a beta. I haven't, this game hasn't come out yet, but it's like normally when I play a beta of a fighting game or a beta or in general, normally you're like in this, what they like to call the honeymoon phase, where you're having tons of fun with the game, you're like discovering it out, see the stuff that you can do. The thing is that the honeymoon phase for me with this game, like, how do I put this into words? I don't know if it's like it ran out quickly or it was close to running out quickly, because I felt like the game was a bit soft, except for defense. Okay, there's not like that much stuff that happens in neutral. Anti-airs are really strong in this game. In fact, they're way stronger than in the old Garou, because in the old Garou you didn't have EX, and in this game you can do something like DP break, then go into several EXs, and then you can choose to either go for full damage or into a safe job. And if you are in SPG and you have 2 bars, then you take away all of that ref guard that you burned, and then you're back to 0. Anti-airs are really strong in this game, and throws as well. A lot of people are saying that throws feel really broken. I still not sure how to feel about them, because you can still get like someone can, you know, sorry for that. Someone can just can hop over your throw. Actually, let me turn up the audio. Someone can hop over your throw, and that's like a full punish. But yeah, I'm still not sure how I feel about throws. I would say that I prefer them to being non-committed throws. If you saw my last video, I'm sorry. I think I prefer it to be committed throws because a lot of the times I don't mean to sound like a scrub, but a lot of the times I feel like an opponent is not. And this is me giving an opinion, which is something that I try to not do in my other video. But a lot of the times, my problem with non-committed throws is that they make some interactions happen that weren't really like intentional. So for example, me trying to bait some like Iori going for a throw, and then I jump it, and then Iori just goes close C, which was clearly a grab. He didn't intend to anti-air me at all, but then my character got hit because Iori's first C hits so above him for some reason. Those are moments that I'm like, that was kind of scrubby, not gonna lie. So them making this kind of throws, I don't think it's anything bad, but say they're broken, I'm not sure yet. They definitely feel strong. But yeah, I'm not ready. I don't think I'm ready to say to give a complete opinion on how throws work in this game. There's a few mechanics also that I think that felt a little bit unnecessary, like ref blow. I'm not sure why ref blow is not JDable. Yes, you can use your evade move, but the thing is that if you, for example, let's say that I'm playing against I don't know, Jenny, and I press 2A. If my 2A wasn't early enough, then my 2A will either get punished, or when I try to press either my ref blow, sorry, or my evasive move, I'm essentially too late, and then I get counter hit, you know. So I feel like in that case, like if we want to compare it to like Street Fighter 6 Drive Impact, they're two completely different mechanics, but it's just the closest one I can think of. I'm sorry, but it plays nothing like Drive Impact. But in one aspect that can be similar to Drive Impact is that it gets countered by itself, meaning that you counter a Drive Impact with another Drive Impact, or you can break the armor. Maybe you can do the same in this game. That particular part, it didn't feel like it was possible, but you can. I mean, you can break it with supers. You can also break it with grabs, or you can just evade it. That's aside from doing your own ref blow or doing the evasive move. You know. But yeah, I feel like if you want to compare it to that, the thing is that in Drive Impact, if you hit like 2A or in that game Crouch and Light Punch, and you see the Drive Impact because of the hit stop or the armor, I don't know how to call it. Like what the fuck was that? I'm sorry. Like you had like a ton of time to react to it, so opponents cannot just like Drive Impact out of nowhere. Like in fact, I would say that Drive Impact is the least of Street Fighter 6 issues. I would say that Drive Rush is just a worse mechanic that is, I don't know. I just don't like how it breaks the flow of the game. But anyways, I'm getting off topic here. But essentially, I think that ref blow needs nerfs universally. First, I would say that they need to be JDable. This hyper defense for those that are too hitting, like be Jenny, but that's universal. I'm not a fan of the mechanic, how it behaves universally. I just not. I don't like it. I don't think it adds anything to the game. Or at least maybe it is from what I've seen from the beta, but nothing I've seen from the Red Blow I've been like, oh yeah, that's a mechanic that was needed to be added. Like, man, thank God Red Blow was added here, you know? It wasn't, it's not, I don't think it adds like depth to the game, or that much depth to the game. It's just like a panic button. But it can be reacted. It's not like a broken mechanic in the terms of you can just spam ref blow and win, because then you get blown out by your opponent's ref blow on their own or evasive moves, you know. But either way, like the least thing I would do is like make them more like once they block or armor through a 2A, however you want to call it, or a light, being able to like cancel them into an evasive move, I think that would be better. Um, and I understand that in some cases, well, not in some cases, Replo doesn't have like an instant frame startup, but I think it should have it against other ref blows. So in case, like for example, I do a 2A and my opponent does a ref blow, me having enough time because I press it too late will be important for me to press ref blow again. But the thing is that in the beta version of the game, if you press ref blow too late, even if you were like early, if you didn't do it like 4 or 5 frames before, I believe, then your ref blow would have get counter hit by the other one, and you would even see the slow mo and stuff. But yeah, maybe not the slow mo. I think the slow motion doesn't appear in that case. But yeah, ref blow. I'm not too much of a big fan of that mechanic, but that can be fixed. So yeah. But I was saying, but those are kind of like the aspects that it make me feel like the game. I don't want to sound like another fighting game hater and that I just like KOF. There's lots of fighting games that I like, and I like this game. It just felt like this game wasn't that much fun in the long run. But that's maybe because I just love KOF too much. The thing is that in KOF matches feel like way more varied, like a lot of things that can happen. And in this game, it felt a little bit soft. But again, it was a beta, so I cannot judge it. And it also could be because of I don't have my character of choice yet. I like Terry. It's just that yeah, he's linear, and I don't. If you see my mains in all fighting games, you can see that I'm not a big of a fan of linear characters. I mean, you can just judge it from my PFP. But yeah. But like other than that, like defense, other than defense, like neutral didn't feel like really interesting. As it was like a basic footsie anti-air game. With the caveat in comparison to games like let's say Street Fighter 4, like anti-airs you get a huge reward from hitting them here. But other than that, there wasn't like I didn't feel like there was too much depth. And so yeah, so eventually because of that and the matchmaking experience, I wasn't having that much fun on the long run. Like, it was a game that when I came home, I was like, oh yeah, let's play some Garo. And after like 3 or 4 matches, I'm like, I'm kinda done. Like if I play more, it would be to force myself to play the game and to improve in case I want to practice for a specific tournament or whatever. But yeah, I the game wasn't like that much fun. At least in comparison to the fun I have in KOF. I know that it's very weird for me to compare two games that are nothing alike. I'm just saying, like, the amount of fun I have from one game to the other, and the motivation I get to improve in one game due to the variety of options and the things that you can do in the game. But I don't know what the biggest reason would be, or in that, yeah, I just prefer KOF's movement and yeah, Garo isn't. I don't feel like this game will have like that much depth aside from defense. Defense, I do seem like there's a lot of that, like that, a lot of things to lab in with hyper defense with JD, but like offense and neutral didn't feel like they had so much depth. I'm sorry, but again, I might be really wrong, and you should take everything I say with a grain of salt. And of course, if you enjoy the game that much, then I'm happy for you. I still think it's better than any other of the modern fighting games, like Street Fighter 6, Strive, Tekken. Like I think this game does. I like that this game doesn't force you to play like this aggressive scoop neutral play style or whatnot. And that's fun. Nor do I think that I should add that before someone says it, like, oh, there's one game where it forces you to be aggressive and you say that it's boring that they skip neutral, and then this game is too footsie heavy and you don't like that either, then which one do you like? It's like, no, well, I mean, it has nothing to do with that. I just don't like when they force you to play a certain playstyle. I like it that the game gives you like a variety of characters and you can play with different playstyle with all of them. All of them like are competitively viable, which is something that I cannot say right now again because it's a beta. Nor am I saying that this game forces you to play a certain playstyle. Like I think that this game you can be aggressive provided you have the right character for it. Like for example, if you play T-Suck, being really aggressive won't really work. Because you know the guy is like very slow. The command grab is not it's not like it doesn't have the best range. I think to make him effective, you have to play patiently. But then there's characters like Rock. There's characters like Hotaru. You have the mind game of the JD mind game where you know you can block, you can JD an opponent that likes to anti-air a lot. There's a lot of like cool mind games that can happen there, but even then it didn't feel like it had so many layers. It had 2 layers, and the game has depth, but it doesn't have that much depth as I would like. Yeah, the execution felt like really simple. You have mad time in this game to confirm into a normal. Even still, single hit confirms because of the hit stop. And yeah, combos are basically just cancel like a special into an EX special into another special, and then do like a final EX special that that will give you enough time to do a super. Those are essentially all the combos in this game. There's the cool OTG, which I think it's a bug stuff with T-Suck, with the air command grab. But yeah. So yeah, other than that, those are like essentially my thoughts in the game. So the good, so first to answer the question, the good. I really like the art style. I really like the art style. I like this like comic type of drawing, I would say, or art direction. I don't know how to properly say it. I'm not a designer or an artist, but I really like the art style. I also like a lot of people talk about the menus. I don't think the menus are that bad. I actually like that they have this style of comic thing. It reminds me a lot of Marvel, and I love Marvel. So yeah, I really love the art style, the effects like this, and like this combo like he just did here. Like this is like really flashy to watch. You know, like I can see someone, even a Smash player or my brother or my girlfriend, like watching a gameplay of this and seeing how flashy it is with all the effects and whatever. And it's very clear. You can clearly see what's happening on the screen. Of course, if you don't understand fighting games, you will keep not understanding fighting games, you know. But yeah, that's normal. Oh my god, let me shoot this.
Welcome to Nishi Island Metropolis, where the
Oh my
prestigious
god, and I got
survivors from across the world.
a
Here,
Kumrad.
adventures await.
Okay, let's go. So, yeah. Essentially, what was I saying? Yeah, the art style is pretty great. I really love it, and I can see that people that don't know about the game or fighting games in general I can see that this is like a very flashy and pretty game to look at, to watch like a tournament or whatever. So yeah, I really like the art style. The ref bar changes seem pretty cool, aside from maybe ref blow. I still think that the ref blow thing, rather than just having like a natural guard bar, was a good thing. Like instead of always going for the guard break like you used to have in the old Garou, you have to manage this bar that can help you for both offense and defense. I think that's pretty cool. Like the management of ref guard, adds a lot of stuff to the game that is pretty cool. The resource management in this game is pretty important, I feel like. And yeah, in general, aside from maybe ref blow, some people say ref guard as well. I'm kind of like 50-50 on that mechanic. The only one that I really don't like is ref blow. I don't think it adds that much, or it was like really necessary for the game. Or if it wanted to solve something or do something, I think it could have been done better. But that can be fixed. So, yeah. Other than that, things that I like the conversions in this game, as it opens up more possibilities to get rewarded for making a good neutral decision. Like, there's a lot of game where even when you make a good neutral decision, it felt like really underwhelming, and sometimes really overwhelming. Like, in some games you will lose neutral, and then you get put into the like 50 or 50-50 or 100 options kind of mix up into set play that you have to absolutely hold. And then in other games where it feels like, you know, there's way too many defensive options that it's scary. It's even scary to get Oki. In this game, I felt like the reward for that was just right. A lot of people will say that the anti-airs feel like really, really, really broken. Maybe they could add more scaling from the combos to it. Maybe that could be a solution, but I didn't feel like it was like too much of a thing. I really like for example, the conversions you get from Wild Punish, from carrying hit, from being patient in neutral, from sometimes even opening up in neutral. It felt just right. At least to me, it didn't feel like it was too defensive or too offensive. It was just right. So yeah, all of that is really nice. Okay, so the bad. I think I said it here. I said it in the first in my first thoughts about the beta, and I still hold them. I think the hit stop is a bit too much. Hit stop is a bit too much. Like, I can get that it makes like conversions, like the conversions wouldn't die if you react to a whiff punish, then you still get the combo. But the thing is that I feel like some combos or hits, like the hit stop adds too much, where it sometimes it makes the game a little bit more janky in some interactions. But maybe that's the thing. But I think that the way that hitting someone in this game feels really, really satisfying. But the hit stop, I feel like sometimes is a bit too much. Or under that, the game lacks a bit of depth aside from defense. Like, I think that the neutral and offense in this game is pretty standard. I don't think it does anything unique particularly. Not the DP, like everything from offense and defense can be attributed. It's practically the same from the old game, except from the fact that the old game had like much faster movement. It didn't have like that many options, additional options, I would say. In fact, this game, in terms of quantity, it has more options, but in terms of speed, it has, you know, it's just slower. That's the thing. Either way, I would prefer just KOF, but the thing, again, this is not trying to be KOF, this is trying to be Fed of Fury, which I respect. All I'm saying is a term, everything I'm saying is a taste thing. I wouldn't say it's an objective thing. Like, this thing, like, the game, the fact that the game lacks, like, things or to explore or whatnot, they're not, like, really, like, interesting neutral interactions that can happen, or that can, I feel like, oh yeah, this is a new thing that happened in this game, and this didn't happen in this other game. Whereas that, for example, in other games like KOF, like, it feels like games like a lot of things can happen, even though you're playing against the same player, you know. Again, I'm sorry if I'm comparing to KOF too much. I'm just want you guys to understand my point of view of what I like and what I have fun with. Again, it's not that this game is not fun. It's just that the fun doesn't last for very long. Ref blow needs some nerfs universally, I think. Maybe not T-Suck, but actually, I don't know. The thing is that I just want, like, if I react to a ref blow after I armored through it, I want it to be consistent. That's the thing. I want it to be consistently countered after I'm going through its armor via a button. That's the thing. I don't know. I just feel like universally felt like way too free, but it's not risk free. It has some risk, but a lot of times it felt like if you weren't in SPG, it felt mashable. Yes, I know you have your evasive move, but again, that's not consistent because you can be late on your normal before you press the evasive button. Rank points also being shared instead of character base sucks. Yeah, that also sucks. I don't know why they did that. They should have a ranked for each time, for each thing. But that will go in quality for every character, I would say. Ranked points should be character. Should be character. How do I say it? Character based, yeah. Character based instead of shared points. Like, what if I want to learn a new character and I want to go through rank? Like, of course, like, I wouldn't have the same confidence going against the tough opponents in, you know, the top of the rank than when I'm playing like a day one character, you know, and that would affect my rank. I think that, yeah, that's a cool thing. Like, I could understand in KOF because, you know, it's 3 characters and that can be kind of messy to make, but this game is 1v1, so they can perfectly do that. Reflin isn't in it. What else I can say? Oh, please don't make some characters or any character have a 4-frame DP. Having a character that's impossible to safe jump makes the game more boring to play, as it diminishes cool options on combo riding. Like, there's actually like some pretty cool safe jumps that you can do in this game, while obviously sacrificing damage with the use of EX instead of going for like a normal ender, because EX go for a hard knockdown, meaning that you cannot roll forward, you cannot roll back. But if you finish it with normals, then you can. And Hotaru, for some reason, has a 4-frame DP, and because this game, I believe it has a 4-frame recovery after jumping, means that you cannot safe jump her. It's impossible. There's no way to safe jump her. Like, a proper safe jump. I mean, if you go for a jump right after a knockdown, and she DP'd and you block it, it's because your air normal wasn't going to hit in the first place, most likely. Okay? And I don't want this happening with any character. And I don't care if she wasn't the best character in the game and people saying that Kane is the best character in the game or whatever. Please, I don't do this. For the love of God, don't do this. I think that everyone should have, if they have a DP, minimum 5 frames, or I should say maximum, maybe maximum, yeah, maximum 5 frames from that, or minimum maybe, but less than that, no. Like, having a character that's impossible to safe jump is just not good for the game, I think. Like, it's impossible. Like I wouldn't say that it's fun. Like, oh, I love this cool safe jump with Terry or whatever. Now every time I'm gonna play against fucking Hotaru, now I have to go for always the same optimal damage combo routing, or depending on my resources, just because it's Hotaru. Like, I don't think that adds anything to the game, anything good to the game, I would say. Yeah, that's my thoughts in the game. I think I will play it. Like, I will definitely buy it. That's a must. Like, I will for sure buy it. I will join some tournaments, I think. But to be as committed as I am, or as I was, because I'm not playing KOF that much anymore, I'm not sure. I don't know. It's not a yes, it's not a no. I'm still not sure on that decision, but yeah. Also, this local issue, but the beta needing internet is a weird decision. It's because it's a beta. They don't want it to be cracked, I guess. Maybe. Or maybe you can make it crack with that requirement. Maybe that's a thing. But you know, we'll see. We'll see when the game comes out. That's a point. That's a good point to make. But the thing is that we are not for sure if that's going to be like the game on release. So yeah. Of course, if it actually ends up being in the final game, that's a horrible fucking decision. But yeah. Conclusions. I have conclusions. I have fun with the game, but that fun doesn't last for very long. Maybe that's because I feel like the game has not that much depth aside from defense, as Nuge on offense feel pretty standard. Maybe it's cause it's a beta. Maybe because of the matchmaking. And because I haven't found my character yet. Oh no. But I see that it has potential and definitely to be better than most modern FGs. Will buy it for sure though, but I'm not certain I will compete. I will compete. How do I put this into words? I'm not certain I will compete. I'm writing this down because I want to share it on Twitter. I'm not certain I will compete to the degree I did with KOF. We will see. Okay. Yeah, that's it. I think I will share this eventually, and I think on my Twitter. Yeah, thanks everyone for coming in to the stream. If for the guys that are staying, please can you stay in the stream just for a bit, just for the raid, then you guys can go whatever. Thanks everyone for coming in. Oh, my good friend Nidwino from my team. Okay, let's stream Nidwino. Where is it? Raid. Yeah. Backstreet Boss. No. There we go. Okay. So please make sure to share some love, and thanks everyone for coming into the stream to hear my scrubby ass talk about fighting games. See you guys. Oh, before I rate. Sorry, I missed your question, X-Riso. I'm sorry, sir. I was paying attention to the Twitch stream or the not the YouTube stream. Do you think the online will be a mess like it was in KO15 on release? I don't think it will be as much of a mess. Would I think it will be perfect? Definitely not. I don't think there's time to fix all of the issues, but I don't think it will be as a mess as it was in KO15. Because at least in this beta, it was way better than it was on KO15's release. Sorry, I missed your question. But yeah, that's essentially my thoughts. Alright, see you everyone.
Muchas gracias por la raid. Estamos aquí jugando con Steph un ratito. Que los TFG los tenemos aparcados.